So, hey, good morning or good afternoon from where you're watching from, and welcome to yet another episode of our TechTrends Podcast. So, if you watch some of the previous interviews we've done, we've spoken to a lot of tech leaders from across Africa at the Africa Tech Summit. So, and one of the most exciting things I love about attending this summit is because I get to talk to a lot of tech leaders in Africa, who are building interesting products, in fintech, in payments, in, all these interesting, in AI, including AI. So, and for this episode, I'm glad to be talking to Sharon. So I'm going to let Sharon introduce herself and tell us, what she does.
Oh, thank you very much, Nixon. My name is Sharon Tum. I'm the Regional Operations Manager for Yellow Card, running the East Africa region, mainly in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, South Sudan. Yes, and expanding.
Yeah. How is it like working for Yellow Card?
It's very exciting. Our days are very varied. And it's a fast-paced company. So we tend to move quite quickly. So things change a lot. Our product changes a lot. We are in the crypto space as well, as you know, digital asset exchange we are. So a lot of things within the space change on a very frequent basis. So it's pretty exciting to be seated here during this time when digital assets and stable coins are actually taking over the market.
And I'm happy, of course we've seen a lot of conversation around digital assets, including, and maybe just like about regulations, we've seen a lot of governments still being reluctant, but I'm glad in Kenya we've seen CBK trying to loosen up a little bit, and now they are drafting some policy regulation around that. Maybe just a good starting point will be, what do you check on that? Is it time for actually now government to actually embrace digital assets and crypto as,
I think it is time, and I actually think they're a little too late to the playing field. So we've seen a lot of regulatory interest when it comes to digital assets space, because obviously it has overtaken the market. So many people are using digital assets today for various reasons. So it is now at the point where the regulator is saying, hey, this thing is actually live and it's actually, spreading quite fast, and it's time to look at it. So I think it's a welcome move for many reasons. Regulation does help in many ways. One is remove bad actors in the market. People who are scamming people. Cryptocurrency, people think it's just a scam, a Ponzi, but no, it's actually, if you are dealing with an agency or a digital asset exchange company that is, licensed like Yellow Card, then you're in the right place. So we welcome the licensing because it removes bad actors. That's number one. And then number two, obviously, coupled with that is the consumer protection aspect of it. We really want everybody to be able to be safe whenever they're doing transactions. So it's very, very good to also focus on that. So I know regulatory policies right now focusing on that. More than that is digital assets are taking shape in Africa in very many forms, in forms of payments. And when you touch payments, you're touching regulation, right? So it's time. It is time.
Do you think we're going to get at a point where it's going to be mainstream? We're going to embrace these warriors a currency?
Absolutely. It's going to be part of the various digital coins or digital currencies that the government is going to embrace. So where the world is going to is towards digital currencies. Whether we like it or not, cash will be phased out. The history of money is known; it's very well known, and now we are heading to digital space. So we're going to even see governments themselves issuing their own forms of digital currencies, right? We've seen a few governments, trying to come up with their own. So that's where we're going. So stable coins. Digital coins are here to stay. They're going to be part and parcel of future payment systems.
We've also seen Nigeria do that, I think.
Yes.
We've seen Nigeria
absolutely
announcing their own.
Correct.
Yes, exactly. So I'm hoping East Africa, we're going to see that happening as well.
We foresee it. You remember there was during about a year and a half back, the government did issue a paper on a possible central bank issued coin, and they wanted the public to actually participate in that and leave comments on whether they would like to see that to happen, right? So as you see, it's already in motion. Governments are already thinking about it, right? So digital coins, digital currencies, digital assets, they're here to stay. They're the future of trade, and it's already taking the market by a storm, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
But even as we talk about this, there are always still so many misconceptions around that.
Yes.
From where you're seeing at Yellow Card, how would you address these misconceptions?
So misconceptions about cryptocurrencies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, you must, the thing about cryptocurrencies is it's a technical topic.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you have to open your brain to understand that I am going to learn something very technical, right? So once it gets too technical, sometimes people start thinking, the misconceptions start coming in, these Ponzi guys start coming in, because now they understand the masses don't want to learn for themselves, so they sort of act as middlemen to take advantage and swindle people. So misconceptions will always be there, and that's why we welcome regulation, so that we block out the scams. And also, the only way to get out of the misconception state is learning. So Yellow Card actually does give free online class, with online digital courses on the Yellow Card Academy, so that you're able to educate yourself on what is true and what is actually false in this industry, because there's a lot of, as you say, misconceptions.
Right. Maybe just let me cycle back. How is this place for you as Yellow Card? Because I know you're one of the biggest players in this space. How is it for you? Like,
for me personally,
for the company, of course, you as well.
It's an exciting time. I think Yellow Card has taken advantage and being among the very first people to take the African market and to be locally registered. So we've taken a very bold step. We are not an offshore company. We actually are registered in each and every of those 20 countries that we currently operate in. So we are at the very forefront to see the fruition of inclusion when it comes to cryptocurrencies and the digital asset space as a whole. So for us, we think that we found a very good niche and a gap in terms of payments in the digital asset space, be it an exchange for a person like you who wants to buy and sell. There are very many use cases for you. You buy and sell digital assets. For example, if you're a gig worker and you're being paid in USDT and you need to buy bread, what do? You need an exchange. And that's where Yellow Card comes in. They give you the Kenya shillings for you to utilize. There are many other use cases. Now businesses are going global. They need to pay payments across the borders, and digital assets do offer very good, I would say, substitute to other fiat currencies when it comes to global payments, because they're very accessible globally. One, very cheap to pay somebody in China using a digital coin, super fast, super safe. Transparency is there because there's that blockchain interconnectivity. So we are at the forefront of everything, and the advantage is that we, being the first sometimes gets you, gives you 2 steps ahead.
I know this. You can't talk about financial inclusion without mentioning digital assets.
Yes. Can you see that? So it's part of financial inclusion, because as we're saying, payments are going, they're going digital. So it's part and parcel.
All right, thank you, Sharon. We are just on the first day of the Africa Tech Summit. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to connecting with businesses that are looking for solutions within the digital assets payment space. People who are in the, if you do payments in and out, and you need to, do payments outside using, using digital assets like USDT and USDC and the rest. Yellow Card is here for you. So I'm looking forward to connecting a lot. There are very good businesses around, people as well, like yourself, Dixon.
All right.
And so I'm looking to connect with you guys and show you the possibilities and the magic world of digital assets.
Great. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you.
We hope to catch out, at some point. We are here today and tomorrow, so a lot of time to actually catch up.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for this conversation.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.